Welcome back to Famous Reality TV. And today I wanted to come and speak with you all about Married to Medicine, Season 8, Episode 3. Now, on this episode, it began with Dr. Heavenly, and she was doing like the preliminary examination for the girl who she had chosen to do a full set of new teeth for after she had been hit in her mouth by a policeman during the Black Lives Matter protest. So I thought that was really nice of Heavenly. We have a couple more times where Heavenly did do some nice, good acts and gestures for people. We just know that Heavenly is crazy, but there is good in Heavenly. So to move on to pretty much the main topic of this episode was between Contessa and Toya. And overall, I just always looked at Contessa like kind of weird because there is something going on between her and Toya, and I don't know what it is, but just being a fan of the show and watching like since day one, and Contessa did always have something against Toya. I don't know what it was. I don't know if Toya ever even said anything to her wrong. It's just that Contessa cannot stand Toya. She just rubs her the wrong way by the things she do. But at the end of the day, Contessa needs to be more concerned with her own marriage and not concerned with how Toya spends her money and what she does with her husband, because Contessa's relationship with her husband is not even together. And I get a lot of masculine energy from Contessa where, she was telling her husband before that, those dishes need to be washed and stuff like that because she wanted to go back to school. Now, she went back to school for one thing, and then now we have her wanting to open up a practice for drug rehabilitation type people. So I don't even know if what she went to school for is what she's actually trying to open up a practice for. And it just looks like Contessa always wants to do so much, and she wants her husband to play the role of the wife, and that's just not going to ever work that way. I think that Contessa has a really big pull on him, and he probably needs to man up and put his foot down. Now, she said that she's still upset. He did not accept her going back to college the first time around, but he came back and he did apologize to Contessa. So I don't know why she's still stuck on it. It was also, as I stated, the way that she was talking to him, like those dishes need washed, cook this, cook that. And the fact that she's still upset, like, baffles me. Time has gone on. I don't know if she, wants him to kiss her butt and drop down to his knees and apologize, which he's already done before. I think Contessa just puts that man through stuff and make him feel guilty when she can't do everything she want to do, which she really be doing too much because she needs to be at home with her kids. We know you have a job, Contessa, and you making money, so you don't have to stretch yourself so thin. Because they'll remember, yeah, my mama provided for me and all of these things, but you putting your husband in the position to be the housewife is not gonna work. You want to go to school, you want to run these separate businesses, plus you got your main job. Like, what time are you gonna have to be home instead of talking about what he's not doing as far as washing dishes, washing clothes, dropping the kids off, this, that, and the third. So Contessa was in the military. I think she still has that mentality, which is, being on the go a lot, traveling, always doing something. So I think she needs to relax a little bit. And she probably says, well, I only got out of the military because of him. Now y'all want me to relax and do this and that. That's just probably what it's going to have to come to with Contessa. When you got married, a lot of the things that you want to do, some things you will be able to do, of course, but not everything. You have to be at home with the kids sometimes. So that's one of the things I don't think that she likes to do. Just my personal opinion, and which is why she's always trying to find something to do. So she also has to take a look inside and not always trying to put stuff on her husband, because Contessa's storyline is super dry. Like, open up what's really going on with you and your husband. That's what's going to keep you around. And I think she should be happy for whatever disruption she has with Toya, whatever it may be, because that's the only time Contessa's storyline really comes to a fold, really comes to play, when it has something to do with Toya. Besides her going back to school and wanting to open a business and things like that. And now we have Dr. Heavenly inviting Quad over there to her house. So they sit down having a little conversation and stuff. And she happens to show Quad a video of when Toya and Dr. Cecil were on Instagram Live, and they was talking about certain things, and Toya had brought up a small apartment. So maybe Quad was living in a small apartment or a condo at that time. So basically Quad had exposed talking about Toya took out a personal loan for $100,000 when they already had took out for the home loan. So you all know that everybody feels like Toya is living above her means. Now, the fact of, I had to think about it for a moment now, when they say that Toya got a personal loan for $100,000, you got to be making some money from somewhere to even get a personal loan. So Quad says that she knows some people, but hopefully we may be able to get a little bit more information on it, because just fact checking purposes, you can't get a loan without income. And if it was a personal loan, meaning it was for her, clearly she had some type of income, because even if she put her husband on there, she still has to have some income for them to even use her as a recipient of a loan. So did her husband take out that loan, or did Toya? And if Toya did, then clearly she has some income coming from somewhere. So I'm sure we'll probably get off into that once Toya gets some word back about that conversation taking place. Now, Nyla, I don't know why she even invited Contessa knowing there was going to be drama. And she definitely shouldn't have been trying to make them talk during that type of event where kids were and her parents and stuff like this. So that just was all a hot mess. But Toya just sat down in her chair. She was just so unbothered. And like she stated, this has been going on for years. Like, ever since Contessa came on the show, she has not done well with Toya. So that was just pretty much it for this episode, y'all. It was pretty short and sweet. And as I stated, there is some good and heavenly, but as you all could see, it was short-lived as soon as she came with those receipts for Miss Quad. So I'm sure we'll have more to watch as the flames furl between Toya and Quad and Toya and Contessa. And I'm sure Dr. Heavenly will be inserted into that as well. So it's always some type of drama going on this show. But with these new people, we'll see how that goes. What did you all think about Dr. Heavenly fixing the girls' teeth? Because they look way better. Unfortunately, she had to go through there during the protest. But luckily, Dr. Heavenly was able to help her out with it. Do you all think that Toya spends too much money? Which is kind of a hard thing to answer, because we don't know how much money that they have. Now, we did know that they had found a real estate agent through, I believe it was Cecil. So Quad was saying, she knows how they got the house. We all knew that they got the house through Cecil or through, somebody that he knew, a real estate agent. But as I stated, as far as the $100,000 personal loan that Toya got, she has to have income, and maybe some of that money was used to pay interest on the whole home loan, because some people use loans to pay off other loans and stuff of that nature. So we don't know why she took out the loan, but I'm sure we will find out. And what do you all think about Contessa and her issue with Toya? What do you all think it stemmed from? Because I cannot remember when they ever got into it. In the beginning, it's just always been a problem. Every time Contessa comes to an event, she talks about something, and that has happened several times. Do you all feel like Quad should have brought that information onto the show? And do you feel as though she too could have more to offer alongside of Contessa? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching Famous Reality TV.